Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 47 of the pre-production meeting. I'm your co-host, Josh Urquhart.
And I'm the other co-host, Daniel Kagola.
And Dan, how the hell are you, man?
You know what? I'm a little tired today, Josh, because I just came from work.
Wow.
A long, hard day at the warehouse.
Dedication.
Yep.
Fucking the warehouse, those hands are made for hard labor, my friend.
That's it, man.
And to be on a camera. It's
the film grind, you know, you gotta make the money to spend the money.
That's true. I heard recently, sorry, we're going straight into it. I heard that you've set an amount of money that you're putting into the film.
I don't really want to say it just yet.
Yeah.
Because then people will
Can you bleep
more.
this out? Can you bleep this out?
Yeah.
Someone told me last night you're putting...
Yeah. Well, it could be more, it could be less.
Right. I think that's a juicy amount.
Yeah. Do you think that's fitting? I mean, have you read the script? You have.
Of course I have, bro.
Do you think it's fitting?
I've read the copy of Austin's name script, you know? No, I'm joking, bro. I think it's... Yeah, no. Bro, fuck, bro. You could easily do that. I doubt you even need...
Yeah.
But I think that's it. Sorry, you're going to have to
That's
keep
a lot of bleeps.
that.
That's all right.
I think that's...
Yeah.
Mate, you should be easily able to do that.
Yeah.
What's it mostly going towards?
Prosthetics.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Location, which could be cheap. Probably production design.
Yeah. And like crew and shit like that.
Yeah, I definitely want to try and save money where I can. Like catering, I might be able to get some family to do that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? So,
who are you thinking? Have I asked you yet who are you thinking for DOP? Have you been looking around?
I got a few options. I'm not going to say any names yet because I haven't confirmed anyone
God,
yet.
you're really secret, eh?
Yeah, well, I don't want to throw people's names out there and then they're not involved in any way.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
That's actually true. Fucking Jimmy listens and then he's like, fuck yes, I've got a DOP
yeah.
gig. And then...
One thing I don't want to do is give people false promises. I only say something when I'm intending on doing it.
All right, I'll be asking you after the podcast then.
Sure.
How was your couple of weeks off from the podcast, from ditching us?
It was good. Watched a few movies.
Yeah? Is that why you weren't on the podcast?
Yeah.
Just been watching movies.
Well, the IMAX opened up, so I was there every night. No, I was actually devastated that I couldn't see The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
So I hope they bring it back.
I was devastated because I was supposed to see Interstellar, but I ended up just being way too busy. And then the day that I was gonna see Interstellar, which was like on Sunday and like at 5 o'clock, because Osto told me that we would wrap Baron a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, whatever. But I was like, oh, shit, whatever. But it's all right. That finished, and I hope they bring it back. I'm confused why they only have all of those for a week as well.
Yeah, I'm not. I feel like surely they'll bring it back because it's going to be in high demand, I think.
They got the Marvels playing at the moment, and they got... I think they've brought back... Yeah, well, the pre-sales were doing worse than The Flash.
Did you see the trailer where they showed all the original Avengers again?
Yeah.
They just took clips and it's like...
Bro, because they try and get the regular audience in and
it just
whatnot.
Felt so awkward when it cut from like the original Avengers to this new movie that like is so far ahead in the timeline that it barely links back. It's
and
like, really?
I also think it's going to bomb, and I saw this just like during the week because Brie Larson just hasn't made a connection with the audience, like say Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans or whatever, but everybody hates Brie Larson, and like that's not saying we do. I'm just saying the majority of people have a strong dislike to her, and I don't really know. Like, she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah,
I think some comments she's made.
I think
stuff like that.
The actress from the new Snow White is going through something similar.
Yes,
right
correct. Rachel Ziegler,
yeah.
and she's also fantastic. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think they've just made certain comments that certain people are perceiving as perhaps arrogant.
Yeah, and I don't know, just a distaste, I guess. But I heard that they tried to like fix that by getting Brie Larson to make her own YouTube channel to try and connect with the audience even more. Apparently that just didn't work.
Yeah.
I know. But anyway, sorry. Go on. What have you been doing? You've been on Australian Idol and shit.
Oh,
right?
Yes, I was working on that for a day with Fetty.
Yeah, nice.
No, that was really fun. It was great just seeing how they actually shoot these things. One of the things that surprised me is that there's so much going on at once.
Yeah.
Like you'll have the main stage and they had, the day I was on was an exciting day to be on because it was when, they don't always have a live audience there, but they had one the day I was there. So like 400 people came in and...
Right, so they're past auditions now. This is like
so it was like the top 20 or so.
Nice, okay, cool.
Yeah, and it was like 400 people watching them, all the judges who I got to see.
Yep.
Who
are the judges?
A spectacle. I don't know if I can say, but
right. Isn't Kyle Sandlands one of them?
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Well, I'll bleep it if I need to.
Okay, right. Yeah, cool.
Yes. He is, yes. And I did see him in the flesh.
Did you meet him?
Not like meet him, but he walked past me.
You say hi? No, you didn't. Nah. Yeah, you were thinking, maybe should I say
no, it's like whether they clock you or not. Like there was another host. Like I spoke to some of the other hosts, but just not him.
Who are the other ones?
You know Scott Tweedy from Prank Patrol?
No fucking way.
Yeah, he's one of them.
What?
He gave me the nod, like how you going?
I've met him before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
oh, really?
like I've actually introduced him to we've shook hands and talked about shit.
Wait, were you with Lauren when you met him?
No. I met him at work.
Okay.
Because he once hosted a show called The Loop.
Yeah.
You may have to cut this all out if you're not allowed to talk about it.
That's
but
okay. Yeah.
He was working on a show called The Loop, which Channel 10 had the rights to once upon a time. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Hey, there's his man minus the ninjas. And I went up and introduced myself, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
What else have you been up to?
Oh, well, on my film, I started working on my Bible. So me and Jack, my producer.
He is confirmed producer now.
Yes.
Yes, shout out Jack.
Yes. So we've started putting together some deadlines for the film.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm aiming to shoot at the end of January. So from when we started the official deadline, it gave us exactly 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've just each week I've got different goals that I need to hit in order to make the film possible.
Cool.
And it's scary because like now
it's in motion. There's no turning back, right?
Yeah, and I'm a lot busier now. And then it's like, oh, next week I have to have the Bible done. Oh my God. And you realize like how quickly time goes. And if you don't meet your deadlines, it goes by and you blink and years pass.
That's why the deadlines are so important.
Yeah, exactly right. So right now I'm focusing on getting my Bible done for this week.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm using your Bible and Jack's Bible as references and just trying to make it look nice at the start so that I have like a template to like go off and continue and just, I want it to look really nice so that when I send it to people, they go, oh, this is legit, you know?
Yeah. And like,
which I think yours looked really professional and Jack's looked really professional.
Yeah. You want to, by the end of the Bible, you want to feel the tone, feel the vibe, and imagine truly what your vision is.
Yeah, but I was wondering, should I do a Bible? Like, there's so many different documents, right? Like, there's lookbooks, there's mood boards, there's Bibles. And I'm like wondering if I should integrate it into one huge document or have separate ones for each. Because I have a document already that kind of just shows what I like, reference photos for each location.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
involve that. I think when I did the Bible, I combined everything into there, bar the character like descriptions and stuff. Like I did a whole separate document based on the characters and like description on who they are, how old they are, like who they're, based on and stuff like that. But I think everything else, you can combine them. I think that's a great idea. Is that the route you're thinking of going?
Yeah, I just have to figure out how to condense it, how to make the main Bible work, and then whatever else I want to send to people.
Nice.
Like I'll have specific documents for cinematographer, and then ones for PD. One like I'm thinking the Bible is sort of the one that everyone gets more or less, right?
Yeah.
And then I might have individual documents for individual HODs.
Could you explain to the listeners what's the importance of a Bible and like what is it?
It just sort of gets everyone on the same page about what your film's really about, what it looks like, who the characters are, the themes of the film, the tone of the film, style, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Are you a big mood board guy?
Yeah.
You are?
So. Yeah. Are
Good.
you?
I am. Pinterest, brother. Becomes your best friend in pre-production.
I'm going to have to start using that. I've never used it.
That's the way to go.
You know what I have been using that's really good? Shot Deck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay, so it's basically just a huge database of different screenshots from movies, and they're constantly adding to it.
I saw, who was it? I think it was the guy who cined the Joker. He did like an hour video on his Shot Deck.
Yeah, yeah.
And like what he did to like get inspiration and stuff.
Yeah, so they're high quality grabs. You have to pay. It's a subscription based service.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately,
that's all right.
But it's good. It's worth it. Like, and the way that you can search images is really good as well. Like you can search based on the coloring, whether it's shot on film or digital, like aspect ratio.
You're shooting on film, right?
No. Like whether it's day or night, interior, exterior, how many characters, the color palette, like you can get very specific with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and the genre as well.
Fuck, so I want to see it. You got to show me some stuff.
I'll show it to you.
For sure. Alrighty, so other than that, is there anything else?
everything. There are other things that I'll touch upon
in the progress.
later.
Nice. I love it. Well, I'm trying to think. What have I been doing?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Since last week, we went on Austin's set.
Yeah.
That's what we'll touch on in the progress, a little bit, because we'll wait until Osto's back on so he can give us his point of view on how everything went down.
Yes.
I think he's pretty stoked with how it all went.
How did you have a good time on set though?
Oh, dude, I did.
I just love being with the boys. And making
yeah.
something where the stakes aren't too high.
Dude, you missed the best part of the 2 days.
I know.
The best part, which my back is still fucked.
How did you find that, getting thrown into a wall?
I loved it. I mean, not now, because like I definitely pulled a fucking muscle in my back, and like I've been struggling, just sleeping and sitting. But it was worth it. I've say, have you seen the one take?
I did, yeah. Looks good. Looks really good.
Looks amazing. No, dude, I loved it. I love all sets.
The elevator part worked really well.
Dude,
the way he pulls it.
It did. It was amazing. I don't know. It's just the whole thing of it was amazing. It was made on zero budget as well. It's just a good time. It was a good time. Like, everybody's on the same page. You know, it's nothing huge. There's no egos involved. We all just want to make something.
The only thing I do find though sometimes when there's not high stakes is that sometimes people can get a little bit comfortable with the amount of time.
And we'll touch on that.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that. I feel like we should go through the pros and cons in the progress.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that's amazing because I 100% agree. And it kind of slipped a little into that. But overall, fucking fantastic experience. And you know what? I think Austin's super happy with it. He had nothing on the line, really. And he made something from literally nothing. So congratulations, Austin.
And he got to polish his action film skills as well.
1,000%. This is his first crack at it. And I think it turned out fantastic for him. I'm super proud of him. But other than that, you know, I've just been working on my new film as well. I've been trying to organise this premiere, which I'll get to. And then another thing that, you know, we've been doing throughout the week, and this will segue into our next topic, Sasha's game premiere. Lexee Sasha's game. But I think before we do that, which was last night, by the way, but before we touch on that, we go into the wrap-up of the week. And Dan, you've been missing for a couple of weeks. Tell us some stuff that you've been watching.
Okay.
Fill us with some content.
Okay. First movie was, I watched Insomnia by Christopher Nolan. Have you seen it?
No.
Really?
Was that his first?
No. His first was Following. That's the only one I haven't seen now. I've watched the rest of his films.
Nice. Okay.
And then I think after that was it Memento, or was there another one before Memento? And I think Insomnia was after that.
Right. And how was it?
Good. It's probably the most generic film that he has, but it's like a psychological crime thriller kind of thing with some really good plot twists.
What was the budget? Was it when he was first starting out?
I think it's like low-ish.
Okay, cool.
I can look it up.
Yeah.
I'll look it up real quick.
For sure.
I'll just cut this out.
No, that's all good. Speaking of Chris Nolan, like I wanted to go see his film in IMAX, and one of my friends did, and she saw Interstellar, and she was a bit confused because she was like, for one moment, you know, it's normal resolution and aspect ratio, and then the next it's like fucking yeeted. And you know how we were talking about how the IMAX screen was a bit rectangle? Apparently when the IMAX shots are on that whole screen gets filled up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want to see that.
So we
bad.
fucking saw the worst possible movie.
No. Yeah, because it's in that really narrow, like.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then I was like,
we gotta go back then.
It was cool because she's a bit of a film buff as well, and when she's on at work, we just like bounce off like film stuff, and we were looking.
Oh, this is the one you were telling me.
Yeah, who's coming on your film as well, and I talked to her about that as well.
Did she listen to this?
I made her listen to last week because I mentioned her a couple of times.
Okay. What's her name?
Her name's Sam.
Okay, Sam, keen to meet you.
There you go.
Make sure at the Osmar premiere.
And I'm like, I was speaking to Jack as well last night about your script supervisor.
Anya.
Yeah, Anya, right. And I was talking to him about how I got Sam coming on to shadow Anya.
Yeah.
And it's like the best possible person. And he was telling me how amazing she is at that as
amazing,
well.
Yeah. No, that'll be really good for her.
But we were researching like the different resolutions, and it, like, you know, IMAX on film is even bigger than IMAX on digital, like in terms of picture size and stuff like that. But we need to go back and see something truly on
100%.
IMAX.
I really want to see The Dark Knight. I hope they release it again.
Yeah, but you know what would be good? Oppenheimer, I think, would be good because all of it is shot on IMAX, so you won't have that changing resolution.
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas The Dark Knight, Interstellar, all these things, they go from, you know, 2x9.
Should we see Top Gun?
2x39.
I think that's coming.
Oh, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good shout as well because I think that
it was IMAX.
was
wasn't it?
all. I don't know if it was all IMAX or maybe a little bit
Definitely,
IMAX.
I think like the flying scenes.
Oh,
maybe.
definitely, definitely. I really want to go. I want to go see. I want to see Avatar in IMAX. I want to see fucking Top Gun. I want to see Interstellar, Inception. All these massive movies that were fucking missed. I want to go re-see them.
Yep.
Go on, my friend.
So Insomnia, $46 million budget.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that probably went towards the actors because it's a great
can imagine,
cast. It's
yeah.
Al Pacino.
What?
This is he's the lead.
Oh my god.
This
This early in Chris Nolan's career.
yeah, this is sort of a little bit of a spoiler, but Robin Williams as well.
Was he like? Let me guess. Is he like some sort of narrator, and then all of a sudden it turns out he's a character in the film?
Not a narrator, but for a while, it's like, have you seen Seven?
Yes.
You know how the villain is like you don't see who it is for a while, and it's
Right.
revealed it's Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
It's like that. But it's
Right,
Robin
but it's
Williams in
Robin
this case.
Williams. Okay, yeah. Spoiler alert. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, I can't say I can't say too much about this movie without really
Giving it
spoiling
away.
it. But yeah, no, Al Pacino. I haven't seen him in much. I'm actually watching Heat.
Oh
next
yeah,
week, which I
but
haven't
they've
seen,
just
but I've heard-
announced number 2. To
Oh
Heat.
yeah, they did. Isn't Adam Driver playing him?
Yeah, no, yes.
That's a
Adam
bit of- I feel like
Driver's,
that's
and
weird
it's a
casting.
prequel apparently,
Right.
and it's
Oh,
somebody's
okay.
who's directing it. It's some big director.
Michael Mann.
I don't know.
Is it someone else?
It's somebody. I can't fucking remember, but I was listening to a podcast and they were talking
Because he
about
directed the first one, didn't he?
Michael Mann,
Yeah.
the guy who's done. Isn't he doing? What did he? Did he do the new Ferrari film?
Oh, did he?
Fuck, I have no idea, man. I'm blanking.
Let me
right
have a
now.
look.
Nah, that's all good. But yes, I heard Adam Driver.
Yeah,
is
Michael
playing.
Mann, 1995. Heat.
Okay, so is he doing the second one? I don't think he is.
Let's see.
And I'm talking about this, but I haven't even seen Heat. So wait,
yeah,
is it
no,
a movie?
I heard it's really good.
Is it a movie
Is it a movie?
or is it a TV show?
It's a movie.
Yeah, right.
But
you said
it
you
says
were-
Michael Mann is directing the
Okay,
next
yeah,
one.
right,
Okay,
okay.
interesting.
Did,
Very
okay,
interesting.
search up. Did Michael Mann direct the most recent Ferrari film?
Okay.
Because that's I think I don't know if I'm tripping. I think he did. With Adam Driver as
Yes, he
Ferrari.
did.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
Alright,
There you
cool.
go.
Got
So
that
he's
right.
on a roll right now. Because I
He
think he
is.
disappeared for a while and he must be back.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Nice.
What else have you seen?
Very good. What else did I watch? I've got it written here. Obviously, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, me and also talked about
Yeah,
that last week.
yeah,
What,
and
what
I
are
think-
your thoughts?
Well, we all kind of had similar
we
thoughts
did.
about
We
it, right?
kind of summarized your.
Yeah, I think obviously you go into a Scorsese film, and in my opinion,
You have to be very patient.
you do. But like, look, you're gonna get quality
Yeah.
because the man knows his craft.
He
Like
does,
he's undeniably talented.
Yes. 100%.
But I also think him, and he's not the only one that falls victim to this. He's become a little overindulgent in his work, and I feel like he's just starting to make long movies for the sake of it because he knows that
'cause he
people will watch
can.
it. Tarantino's in the same boat. Even Nolan, I think, a little bit.
That's a
as well.
fantastic point.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't mention, but I remember you said that as soon as we came out, and I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
I just don't think that movie's, and I almost feel like it's it's sort of like a counterattack to this whole movement of like really quick media.
Oh my
Like you
God.
got social media that's like
Yeah.
everything is 20, 30 seconds.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, oh, well, you know what? We're going to make movies 3.5 hours long. And it's like,
And they're
people
still
don't
going to
have
watch
those
it because
attention
we
spans.
have those names.
Yeah, exactly right.
But they're so old. It's like those 3-hour movies,
Yeah.
like what maybe they could have done back then, just don't resonate with the audience as much.
It doesn't.
Now.
It doesn't translate
Yeah.
because, you can't make movies the same way anymore. Or put an intermission in or something.
That's a good idea, actually.
So, yeah.
Especially if you're sitting in IMAX
Yeah.
for 3 hours at 8 p.m. watching Killers of the fucking
Mate,
Flower
you were
Moon.
so distracting. Jangling your keys every 2 seconds. Sighing, just going,
Oh, for the fucking third time podcast in a row, I wasn't sighing.
you
I was
bring this up on the
trying to
last one?
breathe. Yes, I did. I was trying to breathe. Apparently, you turned over to Austin and was like, God, he's impatient. Fucking oath I am, bro. Scorsese's doing nothing at the moment. He's just
Yeah.
fucking talking.
I thought the performances were really good in it.
Yeah, oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially Leo. Leo smashes it.
Yeah, he's always good.
Yeah. What else, bro?
What else did I see? Oh,
What else?
I finally watched The Sixth Sense.
Oh my
Have you
God.
seen that?
Sam recommended that movie as well. Yeah.
I think, do you know the plot reveal? Because I feel like everyone knows.
No.
You don't know the plot twist?
Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
No?
Everyone knows it. Oh, dude. Okay, you need to tell me what you think when you watch it because I
Okay.
knew the plot twist, and knowing it, you sort of see that the whole thing's set up around that.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Same with that happened with Fight Club. I knew the twist.
But
it
was the same thing.
To be fair, they spoiled the twist for Fight Club in the log line. And I'm like, okay.
So, do they?
Yeah.
What's the log line for Fight Club?
I don't know off the top of my head. I don't like the movie. So continue.
What was I saying? Oh yeah.
The Sixth
So
Sense.
yeah, they sort of build this movie around the plot twist, and because I knew what I was looking out for, I was like, oh yeah, that's that. But I feel like if I didn't know that, it would have been more impactful for me. I still enjoyed it, but it just
I don't know what it
blow my
is.
socks off or anything. But
Who's it by? Spielberg. No?
M. Night.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's
okay.
very hit or miss. He's got some
Yeah,
great
he is.
movies.
He's
got some
very
bad
hit or
movies.
miss,
Yeah.
eh?
I don't know how someone can be so consistently
Brother.
inconsistent.
Oh my God.
It's
Yes.
actually like kind of impressive.
100%.
Yeah.
What
it's
else?
Hilarious.
Fuck man, you got a few movies on there, right?
Yeah, no, I just wrote notes on things that I've missed.
Yeah, nice. It's good.
I watched this movie called Raw, which is this French movie.
Okay, all right.
It's like about this. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Okay. What did you think
I thought it was
gonna
some
be?
supernatural film that was sort of like Carrie, that kind of vibe. But it's about this girl that goes to like a veterinarian school, and it's sort of one of those schools where they have weird like hazing ceremonies.
Oh, right.
You know, like how they do like in America, like the sororities and stuff. They have all these
yeah.
challenges they have to do to like bring you in. So they're doing all this stuff where they like throw blood on the students and all this stuff.
Oh my God.
But then it
How
just
fucked is that? Can we just touch on that? Some of these stories I hear.
Oh yeah, there's some cooked ones. Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Americans.
Yeah.
I feel like we always talk
Americans,
shit
bro.
about Americans on this podcast.
Bro, you know what? On most podcasts I listen to, they talk shit about Americans as well.
Even the Americans.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's more Londoners, and I feel like London in Australia, like the English
similar.
and very similar.
Yeah.
But go on.
Yeah, and then this movie, so it sort of sets the movie up as that.
Okay.
But there are little hints that something else is going to happen, and then it takes a different trajectory. And I was like, ooh. And something I love about foreign films, as in like European in particular, is they execute things in a way that you just would not see in an American film. Like
How so?
some of the actual concepts, like the film concepts, are a little bit out there.
Okay.
Have you seen Force Majeure?
No, bro. I literally haven't seen many.
Okay, so I'll break down this other
films.
movie that's literally the plot of the movie. It's so brilliant, but so
Just-
low key and something you wouldn't see in an American film. So
Right.
it's,
Okay.
the film is about this guy who goes on a ski holiday with his family,
Yep.
and at one point they see like an avalanche is coming, and people freak out and start running. And this guy freaks out and like leaves his family, like runs away from the
my
kids
God.
and the wife. And then it's like, it ends up being fine. Like the avalanche just passes and no one gets hurt or anything. But it's about the emotional fallout that happens after. Like the wife
my
is like,
God.
why did you leave me and the kids to die? And he's like, oh, I didn't. I was just like, he starts making up stuff. And then like the friends start talking about it. They're like, did you hear what he did? He left his kids. And
Oh
this
my
guy's
God.
having like a meltdown. And
What
he's
the
like,
fuck? And that made a whole feature.
yeah, it's a
about
whole
that.
movie based on that like
Really?
topic. And I'm like, that is so fascinating. Something you would never see in an
Is
American
that the
film.
inciting incident?
Yeah.
The avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
and the rest of the film, and it's just so brilliantly acted and like
Because I don't know, I feel like the audiences for European, I think European audiences are much more open to different like things,
their
like more
films are
abstract.
their films are more art house. They
Yeah,
have a lot
art
more,
house, that's
they're
the
more
word.
casual with nudity as
Yeah.
well. You'll
Oh,
see a lot
for
more nudity,
sure,
and they're
for
very
sure.
casual about it.
Sure.
And there's one, there's a sex scene in this film
Yep.
where it's just very visceral, and I was thinking like, whoa, the safety officers would have had to go over this kind of thing. But it
Yeah.
adds so much to the story.
Sure. Okay.
And yeah, it's a fantastic film. I really liked it. Manny was raving about it as well.
Really?
So, yeah. No, I really liked it.
I mean, I got to start watching more foreign films.
Definitely.
I think that's a fantastic point, actually. Like the way that like the audiences differ, because American audience, they're very. Oh, I was about to start bagging Americans again. It's like the Western audience is very like Fuck, it's hard to explain.
I think it's a lot more on the nose, and it's a bit more Hollywood magic.
Yeah.
Things are sort of like, oh, it's all about looking pretty and like dramatic lines and stuff. Whereas like the Europeans will let you sit on a character just looking broken with no music. It's more raw.
Yeah.
Raw, more personal, I think.
And you get some of that crossover when you get some of those European directors like Denis Villeneuve.
Who
sit.
Which I think is such a beautiful like blend of worlds in cinema. It's fantastic.
That's fantastic. Fuck, good point, Dan. All right, what's next?
And I also, one more. I watched the original Halloween.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You logged it 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, so it's one of the earliest, I think, like proper slasher kind of films, and it's very simple.
Okay, cool.
I was almost a little bit disappointed by it, but you know, it's also nice seeing how far we've come with horror, because I mean, something I always mention this.
Go.
You know what I'm going to mention?
Go.
Hereditary.
Yeah. I was going to say, when's he going to mention?
Yeah, because I've watched it so many times, I'm almost desensitized to it. But then I think about like how shocked I was when I first watched it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, that's some heavy stuff. And like to get to that level of horror, we needed to start a lot simpler, I think, and really, you know.
For sure.
We've come a long way with horror. But it was good just going back to the roots, and the music's really good, but I think they overdo it with the main theme.
Yeah, and you still hear that today. That just it's overdone and overdone and overdone.
Yeah.
So touching back, I think horror is a very simple genre.
It can be.
It can be. That's why it's so impressive when somebody does something different.
Actually,
like your Jordan
you are right.
Peels and your Ari Asters.
You are right. And I think that's the kind of horror that I'm interested in making.
Exactly.
And horror that has layers and complexity to it.
That's because it's a proper, I don't know if this is going to sound right, but like they feel more like film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cinema.
Voila.
Cinema.
There you go.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yep. Halloween.
So it was just a pretty simple slasher movie.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing like how because I think it was made in the late 70s.
Yep.
Just seeing how the characters talk and what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. She was good in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way they talk is quite different, and I'm like, I wonder if people back then spoke in that way. Like it's just a more formal way of speaking. And I'm like, I wonder if that's the performances that were more theatrical, or if people just spoke more formal.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying at that time?
Life.
Yeah. Because I asked my dad, he watched it with me, and even he was like, "Oh, this movie's very simple, but it made a lot of money."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Did people speak like that back then?" He's like, "Yeah, I think so."
Right. That's actually pretty interesting
I think
as well.
people just spoke differently back then.
Because we have talked about that like olden day dialogue is very theatrical and dramatic. But there you go. Maybe people just spoke like that back then.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. Is that about it?
That's it for the movies I've seen.
Good stuff, mate. I am lucky that you've carried this segment because I have been way too busy to watch anything.
You haven't seen anything?
You know what? My weekly watching consists of Love Island from Monday to Thursday.
Tell us about that.
Do you really want to hear about Love Island on the Film Podcast? I don't know. It's just a fucking brain dead watching. I love it, but it's...
Do you get into the gossip?
Oh, fucking oath I do, bro. Fucking oath, bro. And like, I've always been into like those shows. You know what? Mum got me into Big Brother at an early age, and ever since then I've been into those reality TV shows.
You know what one I liked?
What?
It's the Netflix one.
Love is Blind?
No. What's the one where they're not allowed to like hook up with each other otherwise?
Oh, Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I watched the first season of that. I liked that.
Yeah, that's good. That's just turned into a bit of a joke though.
I heard it.
Nobody takes it fucking seriously. But yeah, no. Love Island is on Monday to Thursday. And then I watch.
Where you're looking up.
I watched my wrestling. I watch the WWE, the Raw and SmackDown. That's on every Tuesday and every Saturday. And those are the only really ones that I watch. And Loki at the moment as well.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on Loki?
Yeah, we touched a bit on this yesterday. We did a whole thing on the MCU, but I'm loving it. I know you and Austin have pretty similar views.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I just don't think it's anything amazing.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Are you really all up to date now?
I think I'm one episode behind.
Okay, right.
I'm really liking the directing style though.
Yeah, and
the sets are really impressive.
Beautiful.
The cinematography, the long tracking shots, really good.
Aesthetic. The cinematography looks amazing. I think the writing's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen the episode where everything like I don't know what episode. What have you seen?
I haven't seen 5.
Okay. So the thing's already happened then.
Oh yeah. That cliffhanger ending. Yeah, I just haven't seen after that.
Yeah, it's a decent episode. The one after that as well. The finale's on a Friday, but yeah, I don't know.
Is it? Are they only doing 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But
I don't know about Loki as the protagonist now, because I think for so long we saw him as a villain or an anti-hero.
I think they're setting him up for bigger and better things, and I think we'll find by the end of
Yeah, and they did this with Boba Fett as well in the Boba Fett show, and it's like when you turn an anti-hero or a villain into a hero, you take away all the mystery and all the everything that makes them.
And to be fair, we haven't really seen Loki do much.
That's the other thing I was gonna say.
He hasn't used his magic.
There was that one scene that was cool when he uses the shadows to trap that guy.
That was cool, but
other than that, he's just
missing
been walking
a bit.
around.
Yeah, and that's what I think it's being used as more of a connecting piece to the larger MCU than focused on Loki.
That's what it feels like. Yeah,
it's more so it should be like called the TVA. That's what this season. It should be a TVA series and not call it Loki.
Yeah, for sure.
But in this last episode, Loki's character arc from that anti-hero to a hero, like you see the end of it.
Yeah.
Like you see him finally get to the place that he wanted to be in, and it's a full circle moment. So you know that they have been kind of redeeming him. And in this episode, he gets to the point where he realizes, like, this is who I am now. But yeah, it's I don't know, I wish they concentrated more on Loki. But I understand that they're trying to set stuff up, and we'll see what happens with Marvel, man.
I think that Kang's introduction to the MCU has been a bit sloppy.
Yeah, I don't think they really know what, and now they're in trouble because fucking Jonathan Majors, and like I said last week,
but
in
the
a major
allegations
predicament.
got dropped, didn't they?
No, he's still in it.
Really?
Yeah, he's still in the court
I thought they
case.
confirmed that she made it up or something.
Nah, it's still going at the moment.
Oh, should we talk about the writer's strike?
That's what I was literally about to segue into that. I'm like, hopefully Marvel, do better with themselves. You got the Marvels coming out. But speaking of Marvel, the actors, they're back. Where now they said as soon as the actor strike is over, they're going to announce like who they casted as the Fantastic Four and stuff and this and that. But yeah, let's talk about the strike. So thank God. All the strike is now over and actors are getting paid.
Amazing.
And writers are getting paid. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to read the statement from SAG-AFTRA, and this is exactly what they've come to terms with. So in a contract valued at over $1 billion, we have achieved a deal of extraordinary scope that includes above pattern minimum compensation increases, unprecedented provisions for consent and compensation that will protect members from the threat of AI, and for the first time establishes a streaming participation bonus, which, pardon me, pretty sure which means they're going to be getting residuals for streaming stuff now.
Good.
Because they only used to get residuals for stuff that goes to
that was the issue.
Yeah, exactly. Our pension and health caps have been substantially raised, which will bring much needed value to our plans. In addition, the deal includes numerous improvements for multiple categories, including outside compensation, increases for background performers, and critical contract provisions protecting diverse communities. We have arrived at a contract that will enable SAG-AFTRA members from every category to build sustainable careers, including extras as well, which was a big thing of what they were fighting for. Many thousands of performers now and into the future will benefit from this work. And then, they say if you want full details, it won't be provided until the tentative agreement is reviewed by the SAG-AFTRA National Board. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I saw another thing. It's like November 9th, November 8th over in America, all this shit happened. The strike is over. GTA 6 is announced. Shrek 5 is announced. Omegle shut down. The Boys Season 4 news came out.
Yes.
Avatar The Last Airbender news came out, and the Ghostbusters trailer come out.
Yeah.
It was that little meme. Have you seen that meme?
Oh, I love that template.
Yeah, bro. It's
so
like,
good.
Dad, what was November 8th like? It was special. No, that's another one. But
did you see the one I said? Well, it was like, what was the MCU like before
yes,
2019?
Yeah. Bro, Vince McMahon, he's a fucking funny guy. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what happened. Thank God that that's over. But other than Loki, we went to a premiere last night.
Yes.
Sasha's Game by Lexee Gordoun, and I wanted to give her own dedicated 10 minutes or whatever towards this.
Yeah.
But wow.
What a
Dan,
film.
what a film, what a woman, what a powerhouse in this industry.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on the night and the movie?
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
The night or the movie?
Both.
Yeah.
Like I'm just thinking of how to speak about it first. Yeah, no, the event was great. There were so many. How many people there? About 400?
Over 440 people there.
Yeah, which is an incredible turnout.
For a short film.
It really is a cultural event as well, you know, for the whole Jewish community.
What an important time to do that as well.
That's what I was thinking. It's quite relevant to release this right
100%.
now. Yeah, and the film itself was very powerful. Lexee definitely has a bright future ahead of her.
She does, man.
Yeah, there were some scenes in particular where I really like felt it in my heart, and I was like, yeah, like I mentioned this on the group chat to you earlier. That one scene where they're just talking about identity, and you know because the whole concept of Sasha's game is that this boy has to pretend to be a girl in order to save his own life.
Survive the Holocaust.
Yeah, to survive the Holocaust. And who was the character? That was speaking to the mother.
What do you mean? Oh, the sister.
Is it the sister?
Yes, the sister.
Yeah, so the sister comes in and sees that he's been dressed as a girl, and then says, what about his sense of identity? And the mother goes,
if he's dead,
identity. If he's dead, he's not going to have an identity, and that just hit me. I was like, wow, like that was the moment when I went, Lexee's a real filmmaker, brother.
I've known Lexee is a real filmmaker since the moment I fucking met her, bro. And
I've always...
I know. Yeah, 100%. And it's like I've always said to everybody that I've met is that I've never really truly been able... I mean, now there's a different case, but never truly been able to meet somebody that matches the work ethic of myself. The work ethic, the way the films that we make are very similar. We've both been on a parallel trajectory with our careers and the films that we make, and I've never been able to find somebody that complements my filmmaking journey as much as I have with her, which is why I think we get along so well and why we work so well together. And seeing from the journey, from literally from inside film school to now, it makes me so proud. She's a fucking powerhouse, and I truly feel she's like the center of this indie filmmaking industry, especially in New South Wales.
Absolutely.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, no, 100%. She's just, you have a conversation with her and you can just see how switched on she is, how intelligent and passionate she is about film. Yeah. And I feel similarly to you, like the passion just drips off you, man. I have a conversation with you about film and I can see it.
Bro, same with you. And I know we're not just sucking each other off right now. Like, bro, genuinely with you, that's why I said until now, like you definitely match me in a lot of ways as well. Yeah. And that's why I think we get along so well and why I'm excited to work with you as well properly in the future. But yeah,
I was actually thinking about this earlier today. Yeah. Because I was thinking about you and me and Austin and Fed. I feel like we all have this passion. Yeah. But we have different flavors.
We do. But we've talked about this. It's Fetty the rom-com. Action guy is Osto. Yeah. That's yet to see. The horror possibly,
And we just have slightly different ways that we go about approaching things or like breaking things down or like analyze. And it's the essence of who we are as creatives.
Yes. 100%.
It's really beautiful just seeing all these different characters come together and make the things that mean the most to them.
And you know what? I said this in the chat, but like Lexee set the bar so fucking high for us. And you know what? It's fantastic because it gives us something to strive towards.
Yes. And I felt this way when I saw Jack's film earlier.
The Father. Bro, I've got to see it. I've got to see it. Yeah.
I'll definitely get him
I'll get him to send it to me.
Yeah. And then I feel like Osmar's going to set a bar as
awesome.
well. Awesome.
I want him to come to the premiere. I don't know if he's bought a ticket or not, but
he probably would come.
Yeah. Go on, sir.
Yeah, so now this is super inspiring for me, just seeing my peers making stuff that is actually really good quality, professional quality that you could actually sell to investors, you know what I mean? And
brother,
I'm just so happy, man. I'm just
think about it. How many people came out of uni doing this?
Yeah.
Me, you, Lexee, Osto. Who else?
Fetty.
Fetty hasn't done anything since Broken Record.
Oh, in terms of actually making short films.
Like making stuff that want to be a director.
Yeah.
You know? Like very limited amount of people. Jack's another person. I don't know. Did he go to JMC?
No, he was at AFTT.
Sure. Well, Jack's another guy from a different kind of thing. Like,
but even thinking of my crowd at AFTT, I think he might be the only one in my cohort that has made a short film.
It's like
out of film school.
It's so good that we are all so close.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm really lucky to have you boys.
It's our circle that are making these fucking professional, like genuinely professional films that inspire our inner circle around us. And I know this may come across sounding dickish or whatever, but like if there's a circle to be in, especially in the indie industry, to, you know, up your inspiration, up your motivation, and give you those goals to strive towards, it's our circle that we have. You know, we're so lucky. We're so lucky because we are genuinely some of the only people that are doing it in our little circle.
And I've realized recently how important this podcast is for so many people as well. And I just want to say to you guys who are listening, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for listening. And it really means the world to me that our words mean something to you guys, you know. And if they inspire you in any way, or you can just relate to them, or, you know, you just feel like you're going through a similar journey, I'm so grateful that we're all doing this together. Mate. And, you know, this is what life is about. This is what filmmaking and being a creative is about.
It's fantastic. So, and bro, I said to you this morning, I don't look at the podcast analytics, so I have no idea how many people watch or listen or whatever. But it's like we're now getting to the point where I won't say in the public go out and get noticed, but like in the little indie filmmaking bubble, because that's basically what this film podcast is directed towards.
Yes.
We get people coming up and going, hey, I'll listen to the podcast, or I've seen the clip. Just shows how important the clips are as well. And it's like, it's fantastic.
It makes it feel like it's worth it, right?
100%. And that's, again, that wasn't the reason why we started it. The reason why we started was to do the week to week, hold each other accountable.
Yeah. But if it helps hold other people accountable,
1000%,
you know, other people learn a thing or two, or they just feel like they can belong or understand or relate, that's so much more than I could have
100%.
For, you know?
And like, we are so lucky to be in our circle, but you know, you guys as well, like we have the best insight, and not necessarily from us as well, but like from the people that we surround ourselves with, like the best insight into the indie industry with the powerhouses like Lexee, who are in our little like circle as well. But going back to that film as well, wow, just, I think, and I've always said this, is that the moment you can understand what a director is trying to portray, especially through their themes, that's the most important. You can feel the themes, you can see the themes, you can hear the themes. Themes are the most important. Identity was more prominent than ever in that film last night.
And the casting was brilliant. Keanu, the main actor, I could not get over how good he was.
I loved the mother.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I don't know her name. I'm sorry, but like, she was fantastic. Yeah, and for me, the best part of that film, side by side with the sound design. I was really looking at Keanu when he had. I think one of the signs of a great actor is that in the moments where they're just watching and reacting, you can tell exactly what they're thinking. Yeah, and there were just several moments where, you know, like when the Nazis come in and he's sort of sitting there, just like anticipating what's going to happen. And his eyes just move around, like he's like... Yeah, so the nuances. Yeah, and that, like, I was like, I'm looking at him and I'm seeing the character. I'm not seeing a kid thinking, what's my next line?
For sure, same with me, mate.
I'm seeing 100%. A character. I'm seeing a child that's scared because the Nazis are about to interrogate him. And that is everything in a film. Believability. Bro, suspension of disbelief. It's just, it was incredible. And the production value on it as well. Like all the technicalities are amazing. Locations. Yeah. Such an immersive film. And all the little CGI was Have you seen the behind the scenes videos that she's released as well? It's like, it's fantastic. Like the snow was made from grated soap. And like how they did the car scene. Good as well. Do you know how they did the car scene? How did they do that? So Chris, who's the DOP, constructed this 3D world and environment in Blender, and he then made a 4D render of it and projected that onto like a screen. And then that's how they did the car moves. And they like did the cars. You know what? She held a Q&A last night as well at the end, and some guy stole my question about. I was gonna say, you know, how hard is it to adapt a book, Lexee? Like, but there was another thing. I was like, fuck. I was like to Lexee, I was gonna say, she has this obsession with fucking vintage cars. She has to have one in every single film she's made, and she has in Bad Beating Girl, in this, always a vintage car, and it always causes her stress. And I don't think that's gonna stop anytime soon. They look beautiful on screen. They do. She nailed it. I'm super proud. I hope you guys go and support the film when it's out in film festivals, because not only is this film so important for right now and the climate that we're in, but you know, if you want to support the next upcoming big filmmaker, bro,
there's your person right now, and she's from Australia and in our environment, and she's amazing. So shout out to Lexee.
Lexee Gordoun, everyone.
Incredible. Sasha's game. Round of applause. Well done. Anyways, that was that. Let's move on to the progress. Dan, it's been a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so.
Yes.
You've made a lot of progress.
Yes.
What's been happening on your film, which is still not announced the title of yet?
Well, let's announce it right now.
Let's go, brother. Tell us.
This is actually really funny.
Go.
Because the title is the same as the film that Austin just made, except different spelling.
Yeah.
And
what is it?
Baron. But spelled B-A-R-R-E-N instead of B-A-R.
Baron and Baren.
Yes.
Wow.
Which very much is fitting to the themes of the film.
Wow.
So,
Ooh.
yeah, that's the title that Anya came up with, and I like it enough to keep it. So
love it.
It might be a little bit confusing when we're talking about things, but
Baron,
yeah.
easy.
But yeah.
All right, tell us what have you been doing with it? You got a producer attached.
Yeah. So we finally officially started pre-production. Gave ourselves exactly 3 months.
Yep.
The first week we focused on. We started off easy. Mm-hmm. We just looked at insurance and our options for insurance, and Jack showed me a company
for public liability.
Yeah,
I have a company as well. If you want.
Oh, you do? Okay,
I have public liability. I have I think it was like 20 mil.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the standard.
That is the standard.
Yeah.
It's good, but definitely you gotta get it.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
Yeah, so that was our task for the first week, just looking into that, and Jack just sent me a link to the one he has. So pretty easy, and I'm not gonna pay for it until we get closer to shooting anyway.
Yep, cool.
So if you could send me yours as well, that would be great.
Will do, my friend.
And then this week, starting on the Bible, and then I need to put things together to send out for when we do auditions. Just like,
casting
call, yeah. So like, who I'm looking for, and the casting is so important in this film. It's probably the most important aspect of the film, and the age of the actors as well. I need a male and a female who are in their 30s, which most of the actors I know are quite young in their 20s because it's people I went to film school with and stuff. So that's a new challenge for me, and the performances are quite challenging as well. They're very emotional roles. And one of the roles, the male, he essentially has to play 2 characters. He has to play himself, who's quite like deranged, and then another more subdued version of himself, which is when the creature takes his form.
Yeah.
So he's playing 2 different characters in one body, essentially.
Nice. Yep.
And then the lead, she just has to have like this sense of vulnerability, but also it's gonna sound so stupid. No, she has strength but vulnerability, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can.
But she's like a bit of a lost character, but she just has this desire that cannot be, what's the word? She will not stop at anything until she gets her goal.
I think that might be easier for you than you think, because I think for someone to be vulnerable, they have to be strong.
Deep.
There you go.
Yeah. And I remember a few weeks ago you asked me what drew me to the film.
Yeah.
Or
you said you're going to think about it.
Yeah, and I did, and I still have I've definitely thought about it, but I haven't. I want to write down a proper
director statement.
Yeah, and because
that's part of the things. Yeah,
I've thought about it because I think it was a subconscious thing that was calling me to it. But now I've started to think, what actually is it? And there are certain themes, I'm always drawn towards films about underdogs and films where somebody just has a burning desire for something that cannot be wavered. That's the word I was looking for, wavered. There's just something about that theme that I really resonate with so deeply. My 2 favorite films, Good Will Hunting is about somebody who has potential but is not living up to that potential. And second favorite film, Whiplash, about someone who wants to be something. You know what I mean?
For the longest time I thought Good Will Hunting was a movie about hunting deers. Anyways, then I found out was the guy's name. Anyways, continue.
And he's a good man.
Wow, there you go.
Matt Damon, everyone.
Look, Matt Damon.
Yeah, so it's that theme just resonates with me. And I think it's because I've always been very ambitious and entrepreneurial and just had such strong goals and desires, which like I feel like I'm at a point in my life right now where that's actually being challenged a bit as well.
Yep.
Because, you know, with this, I'm earning a little bit of money and I'm working a job that's a little easier and a little bit more relaxed. And I'm like, I can feel myself seeping into this comfort.
Nice.
And when you're in that comfort, as you know, sometimes it's easy to get stuck there. And that's what happens to most people. But I think I just have to remind myself what I really want in this life.
Yeah.
And that's to make films.
Yeah, so I wanted to dig in a bit more because I was thinking about this actually through the week.
Yeah.
And I'm not to sidetrack you from the topic, but I wish Fetty was on here as well. But I'm like,
he's great with this stuff.
When it comes to reality TV, it's not making sense to me. I don't, and maybe you can help me here, but I don't understand why you guys are doing reality TV instead of making stuff. You're fine because you're directing, but it's been bugging me, and I don't know what it is. It almost like annoys me. Not the fact that you're doing it; it's fine, but it's like Fetty, who says he wants to be a producer and director, is doing this and only this, and I don't get it. I don't know what it is.
I think it actually does come back to what I just said about safety, because it's like connected to the industry in a way that you
is
can
it
get
though enough?
Well, that's he might, in his mind, he might be thinking that it is. But I actually am with you in the sense that, like, if you want to make films, and that's why I didn't keep doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's you. I'm almost saying like just in general.
Because me, I was dabbling around in everything else before, right? I did Sky News. I did the videography. That's all stuff that's like kind of relevant, but not really.
That's why, bro, Channel 10 as well. It's like why I kind of got into it. Then I realized it's not really in the direction.
Exactly.
But it's a good money maker.
Exactly, because it's so easy to just segue into something that's kind of similar because there's reliable work there and you make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, okay, cool. There you go. Cleared it.
And that's the answer. And I think what will help is if Fetty directs his own film, and which it sounds like he's writing something at the moment.
Exactly.
So he's
he's been writing for a year, so we'll see what a script's made, Fetty. All right.
You know what? We don't know everything either. Maybe he will make some contacts in the reality industry that can lead to bigger and better things for him. You know? So
there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Continue with your progress. The Bible you're talking about.
Yeah. No. So I think I'm really just trying to strengthen my intentions with the film, and I want to get back into analyzing. I mean, I've done a fair bit of analyzing the script already, and I'm always very visual, so I'm always picturing the shots and stuff. Once I get the DOP on board, I want to definitely see what his ideas are.
Okay.
His or her ideas.
Yep.
And then what? Yeah. So this week was just Bible stuff, cast stuff, which I haven't really touched yet, but I definitely need to prioritize that because another thing is I want to workshop with the actors.
That's the way, man.
Yeah, I want to run them through the dialogue. I'm thinking of even asking Anya to write a scene specifically for auditions. Just a scene that's a bit longer that will test the range of the actors.
Are you saying there's not enough meat?
There's only really one scene in the script that the actors can go over, and I don't know if it covers all the emotional bases. Unless I run them through a couple of scenes, but it's like, you know what I mean? There's that one scene where they argue, but then later on it's all just things.
Well, but the audition doesn't necessarily have to be all dialogue. If you're looking for something else for them to do,
that is true. I could do that scene where they first have conflict, and I could do like the last scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always different ways to go about it.
That's more of the physicality of
for sure.
So that could work. Yeah.
What else?
I did this a while ago, but coming back to and adding more, I put together like a horror playlist that I listen to when I'm writing and it gets me in the mood and stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Is Halloween theme song on there?
I don't know if it is. I should add it.
No, I know what you were going to say. No, I'm not a big music guy.
Oh, yeah. But you listen to soundtracks.
Okay, soundtracks are a bit different. And you know what? I don't make playlists, but I do get inspired. Like June was the biggest inspiration for us. June and Bridgerton, which is kind of what we were like going for anyway. Because
for me, like I find that when you're writing or when you're thinking about your film or whatever, at least for me, it's if I'm not listening to music or I'm very like I've been consuming a lot of one genre, right? If I've just been watching heaps of stuff and like doing whatever, I find it very easy to slip into different genres. Like I might be writing a drama.
Like whilst you're writing.
Yeah, like I might be writing a drama and then I'm like, this could be a really funny moment. And then I forget, hang on, I'm not writing a comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause you have to cater to the genre.
I kind of felt the same, but I'll get into that. Sorry, yeah, go.
Yeah. No, I think you have to cater to the genre, and having a soundtrack that's specific to what I'm writing really helps me focus in on the genre that I'm writing.
Yeah.
And it helps me feel the beats and what they should feel like as I'm writing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. 100% it does, mate. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? So you've,
I think,
go on.
trying to think, is there any more? Other than that, I've been...
Have you got your eye on any actors as well?
Oh, I've got a few offers. Like you've mentioned a couple.
Yeah.
Me, Jack's mentioned a couple, but I think I want to also send out a listing.
Jack sounds like he's got his head screwed on.
He does.
I like the sound of it, and he sounds like a really fucking genuine guy. When
He is. And as you said, he's serious about filmmaking.
Amazing. I love it. Love people like that, man.
Yeah, and he's just like, I didn't even ask him to produce. He just started helping me.
Yeah, he introduced himself last night as your producer.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the first.
No. He is now. He is now.
That's what I meant. Like he's
because we made it official.
That's amazing.
He just started helping me. I'm like,
Facebook official.
He just started helping me, and I'm like, do you want to be my producer? He's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, cool. Is he working on anything as well at the moment?
I think he's probably starting to look at doing the festival run for his film.
Oh, that's what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't know if he's working on writing anything else. I think he's writing the feature because it's a proof of concept.
Yeah, right.
He's writing the feature for that film.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
What else, bro? Is that a bit?
I think that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. What about yourself?
Yeah. So it's been. We still haven't finished Ozma.
Exciting. We're getting close to the premiere now.
Oh
man.
yeah. Last
How
night.
you feeling?
Fine, bro. I don't really get nervous about that stuff. It's more excitement. Actually, you know what? I find it hard to get excited as well.
Yeah.
But like when I'm there, I have a great time.
Why do you find it hard to get excited?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I've done it before. I don't know. I am excited.
But this is on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I know it is.
How many people did you have at your last premiere versus this?
77, and right now we've sold 287.
Mate, that's amazing. Very
so,
good.
I know. You know what?
wait.
I don't think me not being excited is the right word. I am excited.
I do actually have a question for you.
Okay.
You're a competitive person, right?
You asked me this last night. Yeah.
So when you heard about how many people Lexee was having, were you like, wow, I want to pump my numbers up?
Absolutely not. I was so fucking proud of her.
Yeah, of course.
Happy.
I'm not saying that you're not.
No.
And it's good to have a competitive streak as well, I think.
No, not at all. I don't know. I think what's helped me, there's nothing to help, but like, I've always seen Lexee as like her achievements and the stuff that she's doing as something to strive towards.
Yeah.
I always view she is one of my main idols when it comes to filmmaking. So there is no competition. It's more so me wanting to make the quality stuff that she does. And when it comes to numbers, like, I'm hoping one day to get there. And in saying that, bro, there's only like a fucking, hopefully, I don't know, like 150 seat difference. But at the end of the day, dude, I'm so happy she fucking got that amount. And no, I don't. There's no sense of competition. I think the sense of competition was in myself. I want to get above 300 tickets. We're at 287 at the moment, and as long I want to get over 300, just for the pure fact as, it's better to say, yeah, I had 300 people at my premiere than 287. It just rolls off the tongue better. Yeah. That's the only sense of competition that I have. That's fair. And it's with myself. But yeah, no, I am. I'm getting excited. And last night, seeing how everybody rallied and seeing all the indie filmmaking community come together, I'm excited. And I think mine will be less indie filmmaking community as much as I want it to be. Like, I want it to be bigger than I think it's going to be, because Lexee has a bigger outreach than me. And people see her stuff way much more. And another thing just to strive towards. I think there's a lot of people like friends, family and stuff that are making up most of the numbers. But you know what? There is a good chunk of people I've never met, and people that are in this industry, which I've been fantastic. Like, and it's come off the It's a Film Productions Instagram page.
Yeah, very nice.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to meet people. I'm excited for everybody that's been supporting to see everything that's gone into this. As well as like the actors and the crew as well. Like Mariah was there last night, PD. And yeah, I am just maybe I am excited.
That's amazing. No, you should be, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then sorted out a photographer. For that, my normal photographer wasn't available, so he passed me on to somebody else who quoted me something outrageous, said no, and found somebody else who's Sarah's best mate's boyfriend's friend.
Right.
And I met him the other week. So yeah, he's signed on for a great price as well. So get him to come. I'm not having a media wall because I know how much that cost Lexee. I just don't think for me it's worth doing. I think they may have a media wall there anyway for Palace Cinemas or whatever, and I think that's good enough. Yeah. But I did get a poster made. It came in the mail last night, and fucking hell, bro, it is so cool.
Yeah.
So, like, it's massive. It's like the posters that you see when you walk into the cinemas. And it's like, sick. wow. I'm like, this is so real. There's like, it's funny because there's the little things. Well, not really little, but like it's the little things that like amaze me in this whole process of things, and especially seeing the poster in fucking A0 size, not A4, not A3, not A2, not A1, A0. Do we even know A0 existed?
Is that the biggest size?
That is the biggest you can get before you turn into a fucking billboard or whatever. I don't know. But it's the biggest size that
like
I could possibly get. Mate, no fucking idea. A minus 24. You never know. A24. Imagine that. A24 had a competitor minus A24.
The evil parallel.
The evil, yeah, exactly. I mean, half the shit they make.
They just dropped some new merch.
A24?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm always checking out their store, always buying stuff.
I'm a sucker for merch, man.
But they had the whole, I've got the Hereditary screenplay as like a hardcover
really
book, and they've just released the Midsummer one, so I want to get it.
Wow. Yeah. That's such an amazing birthday gift. So shout out to Sarah and my mum if you're listening. You know, some screenplay hardcovers. Where do you get them?
The A24.
A24 shop online.
Yeah.
Midsummer. There you go. That's an idea. Shout out to Sarah as well.
Yes.
My amazing girlfriend who's been an amazing support throughout this whole thing. She's had a bit of a shit go the last couple of weeks. She's been doing a placement for nursing up in Orange, and she ended up getting COVID after 2 days, had to come back down, stay here for 7 days isolated, then go back up to Orange and finishing her nursing, and she's coming home tonight. So round of applause for Sarah. Woo!
On you, Sarah.
But yeah, sorry, going back to the premiere, I am excited. Yeah, so we sorted the poster, we sorted the photographer. I got the cast introductions done by Luke, who's over in the UK, and he's introducing the cast. So I got to clip that little video up. And then all I'm waiting on now is Federico's message that he's going to be sending. And then I'm waiting on the film. And then we go and test it on the 27th of November. I'm going up to Lockheed's like a week before that to finalize everything. I got to go during that week after I finalize everything, get everything converted into DCP so they can play it. And then from there, we'll just hopefully we get over 300 people, and premieres December the 6th. So if you guys want to grab tickets, cheap as chips, mate.
Cheap as chippies.
They're fucking $10-roos.
Not bad.
Just search up Ozma on Google. You'll find it.
Very good.
But other than that, I've been continuing working on my script. And wow, I cannot write short films for the life of me. I struggle, mate. I really struggle. I am up to 18 pages, and I have just less than half of the script left to write. So I think it's going to end up being now like 30 pages or whatever, but then I'll cull and stuff like that. Two's a Lesson and Ozma were like originally 26, 25 pages, so I was able to get that down. I think I can do it the same here. But that, again, I'm so proud of it. And, you know, you mentioned something earlier that I wanted to bring up, and it was like, what was it? When you're writing, you go into different genres. Yeah. And I think for the piece that I'm writing, I don't know if I just laugh. I laugh at myself. I'm not funny, but some of the stuff I write is quite like comedic. And I'm like, you know what, Josh, that was pretty good. And I'm there laughing at myself, just watching no one else laugh at the jokes that I make. But this film has like more than I thought turned in not a comedy, but like I think in the dark like themes and the dark kind of sad movie that this is, I've naturally come to these comedic moments to show the light in the movie, which you have to. And I'm not really revealing much of this, the script or the story, which nobody knows except me and Taha. But I think in the dark script that it needs a bit of light. And I found myself more than not writing a bit of comedy, which I didn't expect to. But
this sort of touches upon one of the issues with my strategy of writing, which is like not so much preparation, more just the feel of it. And sometimes I find that I lose the essence of what I was originally trying to create when I start writing. And it's like, what's this movie even about? What are the themes even about? Because I've just started going off on different tangents. And You lose the essence of what you started off with. But
I love that. I think going off a different
sometimes
tangents.
It can be better, but then sometimes you just keep changing things for the sake of changing them. And then the end result is not what you wanted. Yeah.
Look, I think you're right. I think the way that you do it, that happens. But I think this is why I think the way that I prepared for this worked for me is that I did so much work prior and I knew everything. I knew everything. I knew where I wanted to start and I knew every single beat of the movie. I think that it hasn't lost its true essence of it because I knew what it was all along because I'm not kind of finding it as I go. Instead, it's just built on it and added another layer which works for me and for the story. It's not too comedic to make it a comedy. It's very much so like Malcolm and Marie. I'm selling this film as what did I have it as? Oh shit. It was Malcolm and Marie meet something else. I can't remember what I fucking said. Anyways, but it's very Malcolm and Marie where Memento meets Malcolm and Marie. And Malcolm and Marie have those moments where they're not fighting, where it's tender and you see their relationship. And that's what I'm talking about. And the more I talk about it, it's very much Malcolm and Marie and Memento. Like I couldn't think of a better combination of films to say what it is, to mix to what it is. And although Malcolm and Marie may not be everybody's favorite movie, it's definitely captures the essence of it and it's a great way to explain it. But yes, I'm 18 pages into that. I can't wait for you guys to read. I definitely have to go over. I'm not changing anything. I've stopped myself. I'm just writing it and then I'll go over it at the end and then change it or whatnot. And I'll do one pass through and then I'll send it to you guys. Well, actually I'll send it to Taha first, see what he thinks about it. Then once he's happy with it, he gives me his feedback. Then I'll send it to you guys, close circle. And, you know, I don't hold back on your guys' feedback, so I don't expect you guys to either. And I think that's what's really helped me over the years as well, going to you guys and giving me feedback on the script. And I think definitely for something like this, especially if I'm looking to cut down, the feedback will be more helpful than ever.
Yeah, cool.
So, that's it, my friend. That's all I've been doing.
Very good.
Let's move on to the dependent variable. All right, guys, we have reached the variable.
Is it just called the variable now?
I think we just fucking call it the variable.
Oh, my Lord.
Because we don't know science. So this is
the variable.
The variable. We're filmmakers, not scientists. But some would say
some
filmmakers are scientists. But we are not. We're going to do the same as last week, guys. We thought that was a pretty fun segment. Had a few laughs. We're going to go through the worldwide box office. We're going to go year by year. What we're going to do, we're going to get the top 5 of that year. We're going to do some guessing games on what we think the order of those top 5 movies are from highest to lowest in terms of box office. Then we'll rate them in what we think those films should be rated in terms of our own opinions. So last week we did 2010, 2011, 2013, 2014, 2015. I reckon we do 2016, 2017, 2018 today.
Sounds good.
2016. So I'm going to do this for you, then we'll switch.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the top 5 grossing movies of 2016, and then I want you to guess what you think order from 5 to 1 they rank in. So in no particular order. Finding Dory, Star Wars: A Rogue One, Star Wars: Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Zootopia, The Jungle Book, and Captain America: Civil War.
Ooh, well, I feel like I know what number 1 is.
What's number 1?
Civil War.
That is correct.
Okay.
So now you have Rogue One, Finding Dory, Zootopia, and Jungle Book. What's number 5?
Yeah, the animated movies always do surprisingly well.
What do you reckon? The Jungle Book, Zootopia, Rogue One, Finding Dory.
I think it's Rogue One.
At number 5?
Yeah.
Incorrect. So let me just preface. Captain America Civil War was 1.1 billion at the worldwide box office. So number 5 was The Jungle Book at 966 million. The live action recreation. So now, number 4, you have either Finding Dory, Rogue One, or Zootopia. Have a think, my friend. Come on. Spit it out.
Finding Dory?
Incorrect.
Oh, what?
You have Zootopia at number 4 at $1 billion.
Okay.
Wow. Didn't expect that. Now, number 3, it's either Rogue One or Finding Dory.
Rogue One.
Incorrect.
Okay, I
You
suck
got
at this game.
You got 1!
What did I get? Civil War.
It's Finding Dory. Number 3 at 1 billion as well. Number 2, Rogue One at also
that
1
makes sense.
billion,
That makes sense.
56 mil.
I
But
suck.
now, out of 5, we're going to rank these and what, like, movie-wise, how you enjoy them. So we got Captain America, Rogue One, Finding Dory, Zootopia, Jungle Book. For me,
I did like Jungle Book, actually.
yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
So did
I thought
I.
it was great.
I think I've got my rating right here. I think for me, it goes Rogue One,
Yeah.
Captain America, Civil War, Jungle Book, Zootopia, Finding Dory.
I haven't even seen Finding Dory yet. But I think my order is the same as yours, except, did you say Rogue One was number 1?
Yes.
Okay, I'd switch Rogue One and Civil War. Maybe
Fair enough,
even
mate.
put Rogue One to number 3. Because
And put Jungle Book
I
2.
like Rogue One, but I've already told you this. I found the characters hard to get attached
Yes, you did. You did. All right. So, well done. So that was, you got 1 out of 5. We're going to do you again, and then we'll go to me.
Okay.
All right. Now, top 5 of 2017, my friend. I'm going to read you the numbers. We have 962 million. We got 1.34 billion. 1 billion 34 million. We have then a jump to 1.2 billion. Also, number 2, 1.2 billion. And number 1, 1.3 billion. So, in no particular order, The Fate of the Furious, Despicable Me 3, Star Wars The Last Jedi, your favorite, Beauty and the Beast, and Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. Number 5, what do you reckon? Jumanji, Despicable Me, Fate of the Furious, Beauty and the Beast, or Star Wars?
Was it Fate of the Furious?
Incorrect. Number 5 was Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle
Okay.
at 962
That was going to be my second
million.
guess. Yeah.
Number 4.
How did that make so much?
I don't know. Number 4, what's a franchise? Number 4, you have Fate of the Furious, Beauty and the Beast, Despicable Me, or The Last Jedi.
Beauty of the Beast?
Incorrect.
Oh.
You have Despicable Me 3 at 1.034 billion.
Okay.
Number 3, you have Fate of the Furious, Last Jedi, or Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
The Fate of the Furious at 1.236 billion.
Yeah, right.
Now top
Okay.
2. Now think, because it
Surely.
might not be what you think.
Oh, really?
You have The Last Jedi or Beauty and the Beast.
There's no way
at number
Beauty
2.
and the Beast made more than Star Wars.
It was a live action adaptation. Just keep that in
Still.
mind.
Was it any good? I never watched it.
I loved it. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's no indication that it's good.
Oh, okay. Fuck you then.
All right. Well, you said it. This isn't gonna go the way that you think. You know that Luke line?
Yeah, I do, of course, man.
Um,
From my favorite movie, The
well,
Last Jedi.
you saying that makes me think that Last Jedi is number 2, but then you could also be using reverse psychology, and it's number 1. I'm gonna say Beauty and the Beast is number 1.
You got 0 out of 5. Beauty and the Beast number 2, 1.263 billion, and Star Wars: The Last Jedi
okay.
number 1, 1.3
All right,
billion.
fair enough.
Now ranking out of 5, your ranking for 5.
Last Jedi is number 5.
Okay.
No,
Oh no.
I haven't
Okay.
seen Beauty and the Beast.
For me,
Oh, but then Fate of the Furious isn't very good either.
Last Jedi, Beauty and the Beast. Fuck. I don't think I've even seen Despicable Me 3. So then it goes.
Same.
Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle wasn't great. I'm gonna go Fate
Was
of the
that
Furious.
the first Jumanji
Second.
reboot?
Second. Oh wait, Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the
Yeah, so they had obviously
Jumanji.
you've got
The Next Level. Oh, so it was the first one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for me it
I
goes.
like that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Last Jedi, Beauty and the Beast, Jumanji, Fate of the Furious, Despicable Me 3.
Say it again, one more time.
Number 1, Last Jedi. Number 2, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Number 3, Jumanji.
Yeah.
Number 4, Fate of the Furious. Number 5, Despicable Me 3.
Okay.
You.
Yeah, I probably agree with that. I don't know. I'm not super passionate about any of those movies.
Fair enough.
They're all kind of crap. That was a bad year for movies.
2018.
Okay.
Read out the numbers and then do no particular order.
2018.
Is it there?
Yeah. So what? Start from lowest to highest.
So yeah, in numbers wise, don't say the name, just the numbers.
Okay, so we got 1.151 billion, 1.242 billion.
Fuck, so they're all 1 billions.
Yeah,
Fuck.
this was a big year.
Okay.
1.308 billion,
Okay.
1.346 billion,
Okay.
and then 2 billion.
Oh my god. Okay, 2018. Okay, I can already say that it's Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just knew that straight away.
Yeah.
All right. Read out the rest.
Okay. Am I just reading?
Yeah, just in no particular order.
Okay.
The top five.
All right. So we got Incredibles 2.
Okay.
We got Black Panther. We got Avengers Infinity War.
Did Black Panther and Infinity War come out the same year?
They must have. Yeah, because they release multiple Marvel movies a year.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, yep.
Yeah. So, Black Panther, Infinity War, Incredibles 2, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Aquaman.
Fuck. Okay. Now, I know that Aquaman did quite well, and I also, it's up against Jurassic World. I'm going to go Infinity War 1, Black Panther 2. Is that correct so far?
Yes.
Third, I know Aquaman just made over $1 billion. Third, I'm going to go Jurassic World.
You're good at this.
And what are the last two?
Aquaman and The Incredibles 2.
I am going to go Aquaman number 4 and Incredibles number 5.
No.
Ah, shit.
Other way around.
Ah, okay.
So, but you did pretty well. 3 out
Okay.
of 5.
Okay. All right. That is a big year.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. What would you rank them in your ratings? Think, my friend.
I don't think I saw Jurassic World.
Oh, you know, people shit on the Jurassic World movies. I fucking love them.
Mm.
Dude, I gotta say.
I like the first Jurassic World. I saw
Yeah.
that. Okay. Infinity War is number 1.
Yep.
Incredibles 2 is number 2.
Yep.
Ooh, Aquaman number 3. I really like the action scenes in Aquaman.
Yep.
Black Panther number 4,
Yep.
and then Jurassic World because I haven't seen it.
Sweet. Now I'll do it. So for me, number 1, Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I'm gonna go Fallen Kingdom. I actually really like that movie. Number 3, I'm gonna go Aquaman. Number 4, I'm gonna go Incredibles. Number 5, I'm gonna go Black Panther.
Oh, you didn't like Black Panther?
I did, but on the rewatch, it wasn't that amazing. I think the
I don't
CGI
like how the
was
action
very
scenes are
bad
shot.
as well.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do one more. 2019.
Did you just look? Oh.
No,
Okay,
I think Endgame came out in 2019, so I think that's number 1.
Yeah, okay. So I'm reading out the amounts.
Yeah, read out the amounts.
All right, we got 1.128 billion,
Holy shit.
1.131 billion,
Fuck.
1.450 billion. This is ridiculous.
Holy shit.
1.656 billion. Then it jumps up to 2.79 billion. What could that be?
Oh shit. All right, what are the movies?
Okay, so we got Frozen 2, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame,
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home,
Oh my god.
The Lion King.
Oh fuck. Okay. Number 1.
This is surprising to me.
Number 1, Endgame.
Yep.
Number 2, we're gonna go Lion King.
Yes. You're good.
And then what are the last 3?
Spider-Man Far From Home, Frozen 2, Captain Marvel.
Frozen 2, number 3.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go Far From Home and then Captain Marvel.
Yeah, you got them all.
Damn.
Very good.
There you go.
Very good.
All
I can't believe how much money Frozen made. That's nuts.
Oh no. All right, what would you rank them?
I haven't even seen Lion King. I haven't seen Frozen 2.
Yeah.
So I'll just rank Endgame, Far From Home, and Captain Marvel. Actually, it's
Okay.
in that order, probably.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What would you rank?
I will rate it. Number 1, Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Far From Home. Number 3, we'll go Captain Marvel. Number 4, we'll go Far From... Oh, wait, no. What did I say? No, sorry. Endgame. Yeah, Endgame, Far From Home, Captain Marvel, Lion King, Frozen 2. Hated Frozen 2. That was ridiculous.
Actually, I kind of enjoyed Captain Marvel.
I'm surprised Star Wars wasn't higher because Star Wars was number 7 that year. All right, we're going to do one more because we did 5 last time. So 2020, Daniel. What the fuck? Oh, COVID. Okay. Bro.
Oh, it just drops.
Yeah. Tenet. Oh, fuck. Out of no particular order. Okay, fuck it. We're going to go worldwide box office. So number 1 and number 5, we go 365 mil. How much of a drop that is?
Yeah. Well, it's,
My People, My Homeland, 422 mil.
Oh, are you just telling me what they are?
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Damn it.
What is that? I've never even heard of that movie. What is that?
Sorry, okay. 365 mil, 420 mil, 426 mil, 453 mil, and 461 mil. These are the movies. In no particular order, we have My People, My Homeland, Tenet, Bad Boys for Life, Demon Slayer, and The 800. I've seen only Tenet and Bad Boys for Life, which I walked out of.
Is Tenet number 1?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tenet's number 5.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. My People, My Homeland, Bad Boys for Life, The 800,
Didn't you
Demon
say
Slayer.
My People was number 4?
Wow, congrats, you got 1 out of 4.
That's number 4.
There you go, that's number 4. Now, number 3, it's either The 800, Bad Boys for Life, or Demon Slayer.
I'm going to say Bad Boys for Life.
For number 3?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, and then you have Demon Slayer or The 800.
Demon Slayer.
Number 2? Correct.
Yes.
And then number 1, 800. Well
What
done.
is the 800?
Oh my God, I don't know, You know what I found with Austin last week? I know you haven't listened to the potty yet, but the 800 is a Chinese movie by the looks of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like back in the days, like the 1990s, bro, those top 5 lists, you had rom-coms that were making those top 5 lists, with 300.
Because it was all about cast back then.
Rom-coms ain't making 300 mil these days, mate. No
They don't even make comedies
way.
anymore.
They don't.
So sad.
No, of course, I know. It sucks.
They need to bring it back.
They do, but it just doesn't make money.
There are other factors at play as well.
Unless you're A24, then maybe I feel like you could do a successful
black comedy movie.
Yeah. But I think that's it, Dan. That was a good podcast, my friend.
Let a bow on this episode.
God, you've been out as ring rust, bro. You've been out for too long.
Yeah, bro.
Say it again.
Let's tie a little bow on this episode.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you and we see you and we now
we
hear
love
you. We love you. And thank you guys for all the nice comments when you see us and stuff like that.
Appreciate it.
Really appreciate it. It's glad to know that this is reaching the people that we wanted it to. So yeah, thank you for that. If you want to catch us, the full podcasts are at the pre-production meeting on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and catch us on Instagram at the pre-prod pod. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Thank you.
Peace.